Chanel, Sam Richardson, and music from Kodak Black are all coming up. But first, a man who went inside a humpback whale the hard way this weekend. He traveled 3,000 miles and endured numerous nose swabs to be here with us in the studio, all the way from Provincetown, Massachusetts. Please welcome Captain Michael Packard and First Mate Josiah Mayo. Gentlemen, thank you for coming here. We really appreciate it. I guess my first question should be, had you been swallowed by a whale before, or was this your first?
Thank God, no.
No, you had not. This is your first time. We built this for you. I heard you freaked out a little when you saw it.
I did.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought about it, and I was like, no way am I getting in that. I'm going back to Cape Cod.
Well,
but then I thought about it harder, and I said, you know what? It's the perfect celebration of life. I survived.
You sure did.
Survived.
You survived. And this is not the first.
And my two boys are home watching this.
How old are they?
They're 12 and 16.
What are their names?
Jacob and Josiah.
Did they believe you? Oh, did you name Josiah after Josiah?
Yes, I did.
How about that? Wow, you guys are tight. All right, so just to set the stage, first of all, this is not your first near-death experience. You were on a plane crash with fatalities. You have been face-to-face with great white sharks. You discovered a body in the ocean. You've been through a lot of stuff.
I have.
You might be bad luck, actually, Josiah. You might want to be careful. And then last week, you were swallowed by a whale.
I wasn't swallowed, Jimmy. I was in his mouth.
Well,
Let's get that straight.
I got a show to do, and I'm going with swallowed. You were in his mouth. Okay, you weren't swallowed. Interesting. All right, I guess there is a difference, yeah. Because if you were swallowed, you would have come out the other end, huh? All right, so you guys are out on the boat. You're fishing for lobster, you're diving for lobster, and you do it like the old-fashioned way.
Correct.
Yeah. You dive down there, you grab them with your hands. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, Josiah, you tell us what you witnessed.
Well, we'd done a couple of dives, and we caught a couple hundred pounds of lobsters or something like that. And he went down for a third dive. Everything was normal, and he kind of drifted away. His bubbles went away from the boat. And then I just saw a huge boil splashing, slashing all over the water. And I thought, oh, man, this is it. This is that shark attack that we're always, worried about. And then I saw whale parts. I saw, whale fluke and the whale's head. And I suddenly knew it wasn't a shark attack, but still something crazy was happening. Then Michael shot out of the water. I could see his little legs kind of flying out of the water just out of a boil, an eruption of white water. And
then you come up and I guess, well, first of all, what were you experiencing while you were under the water?
Well, when it first happened, like Josiah said, I was descending. I almost got to the bottom. I was at about 35 feet, and I just got hit by a freight truck. Just this bang! And then everything just went instantly dark. And I'm just moving, traveling fast through the water, and I'm like, what the heck? Did I just get eaten by a shark? And I was like, no, sharks' mouths aren't that big, and I don't feel any teeth. Oh, great, I didn't get eaten by a shark.
And I'm interested.
But I'm in a whale's mouth.
You're in a whale's mouth.
What the hell do I do?
You knew you were aware while you were in there that you're inside the whale.
Absolutely.
And when you said you could feel yourself moving through the water quickly, so you could actually, it was almost like being in a submarine or something, where you were feeling that motion.
Yeah, a submarine or a car or a motorcycle, but with water just rushing.
Did you begin to struggle and let the whale know that you were in there?
I was struggling and banging and kicking and just thinking, there's no way I'm going to get out of this unless he decides to let me go.
Yeah. And
I'm dead. This is how I'm going to go.
You had all of those thoughts. How long were you in there?
I would say approximately 30 to 40 seconds.
I'm sure you've heard from a lot of people. Have you heard of this ever happening to anyone before, besides in the Bible?
Just since this happened, I just saw a cameraman in South Africa.
Wow. Oh, I'd love for you to meet him. Wouldn't that be fun? You guys should have a club. And so then you call 911.
Yeah, well, we got him back on the boat, and a friend of ours helped me lift him back on the boat, and we just first communicated with him. You know, I pulled the boat up to him and said, you know, what's going on? You're okay, you're okay. He said his leg was broken. He thought his leg was broken. We pulled him on the boat, and then...
The first thing I said was, I was in the whale's mouth.
And so then, Josiah, you called Michael's wife and explained this to her?
I tried not to. I just tried to say, Michael's okay. I always lead with, Michael's okay, but...
Oh, this has happened before?
Well, anytime there's anything, you know, on the boat. And so, I called her and let her know. She had to call me back shortly after to verify what she just heard. You know? And I was trying to downplay it. You know, no one would believe it with the ambulance or with her. I was just said, oh, we had an encounter with the whale. I didn't want to go into it.
Did you sense that the lobsters were watching and felt like they were getting some kind of revenge? Maybe they were in cahoots with the whale. Now, Michael, you said that somebody asked you on Reddit who would you want to play you in a movie about your life, and you said Matt Damon, and I just wonder why you would aim so low. I mean, and if he does play you, can the whale eat him? Can that be his final destination? This is really one of the craziest stories I've ever heard. You're probably going to be telling this story until the day you die. I mean, it is. At first, I thought, well, there's no way that really happened. And then I saw you guys on the news, and I was like, oh, yeah, these guys don't seem to be lying. I mean, these seem like honest guys.
Well, yeah, that's one of the cool things about the story is that, you know, it happened to someone like Michael with his reputation. If it was some Yahoo, then all we'd be doing is arguing about whether it happened or not. And because it's Michael with his reputation as a highline fisherman, guys who don't exaggerate about stuff ever.
That's a great lesson for humpback whales. If you are to swallow someone, find a credible individual, someone who's respected in the local community. Well, we have a few gifts for you, Michael. One thing, I don't know if you have Free Willy on DVD, but that's something for you. We got you, and this I think is going to come in handy. This is Moby Gone Whale Repellent. And this shirt that is one of a kind, no one else has this, Kiss Me, I Got Swallowed by a Whale. And of course, I don't think really we could ever do this without a nod to Tom Carvel, and we made you a special Fudgy the Whale cake with a guy inside him. So
I just want to say something.
Yes, go ahead.
I want to apologize to the whale for getting in his way. And I won't ever do it again.
If the whale is watching tonight, thank you guys for coming out here. What a journey this has been.
One other thing. You know, I try to make a living, and if anybody ever wants to buy any of my lobsters, I sell them to a wholesale guy. They're called Wellfleet Shellfish Company.
Why don't we get
they're in Eastham, Massachusetts. They can just contact
Why don't we send this big whale with you, and then you could pile the lobsters up in here and sell them in the... That's what we'll do. All right. Josiah and Michael, the Whale Guys. We'll be right back with Zooey Deschanel. Thanks for watching. Remember, every time you click the subscribe button, one of your enemies gets destroyed.